Good morning, ladies. Welcome to the last week of school. This is the week of June 22nd through the 26th. I just want to say I'm so proud of all the hard work that you've all been doing. This week, we're going to focus on making connections. So our learning target is I can make connections. In your packet, you will see this sheet here. You're going to have your parents sign each day that you read your story. This week you're working on two stories. The story's Yours or Mine and the story Wet Wally. So they look like this. On Monday and Tuesday, you're going to read Yours or Mine. And on Wednesday and Thursday, you're going to read Wet Wally. Now let's talk about what making connections means. So if you make a text-to-text connection, you're thinking about how the story you're reading right now reminds you of another book you've read before. So you're thinking, this reminds me of this story that I've read before. This happened with this character. Both characters did the same thing. Or maybe this reminded me of the setting in another story. They have the same setting. So it reminds you of another book that you've read before when you make a text-to-text connection. When you make a text-to-self connection, you're connecting with you, how you feel. So it could remind you of a time when you did something similar to what happened in the story. Maybe the character is playing basketball and you've played basketball before. Or maybe the characters are going on a hike and you've gone on a hike before. Maybe the character gets really wet and gets upset about it. Maybe you've had that feeling before too. Think about how you can relate to how that character is feeling or something they're doing. That's a text-to-self connection. And the last connection that you're going to focus on is text-to-world. So it reminds you of something that's happening in the world. Maybe it's something you've seen on the news or something your parents have talked to you about or that you've seen. So it's making a text to the world connection. So let's go over our packet. So again, you're reading Yours or Mine on Monday and Tuesday. And on Wednesday and Thursday, you're reading Wet Wally. So on Monday, you're going to make a text-to-self connection with the story Yours or Mine. You're going to read that story. Then you're going to go to your sheet. You're going to draw a picture of something that happened in the book in the first box. And then draw a picture of something that happened to you that reminded you of something in your life. And then write a sentence about it. On Tuesday, you're going to make a text-to-text connection with that same story, Yours or Mine. Again, you're going to draw a picture of something that happened in the story Yours or Mine in the first box. And then draw a picture of something that happened in another book you've read that reminded you of the story Yours or Mine. So you're making a text-to-text connection on Tuesday with Yours or Mine story and then writing a sentence about it. Now on Wednesday, you're going to make another text-to-self connection, but this time you're going to do it with the story Wet Wally. So you're going to do the same thing you did Monday, but with the story Wet Wally. Draw a picture of something that happened in the text and then how you can make a connection to it and write a sentence. On Thursday, again, you're going to do the same thing you did Tuesday, a text-to-text connection with this time with the story Wet Wally. Draw a picture of something that happened in the story Wet Wally, and then draw something that happened in a different story that reminded you of the book Wet Wally. And it can be any book at all. And then write a sentence or two about it. And Friday, this is the page you're going to send to your teacher on Friday. You're going to choose one of those stories. It can be either Wet Wally, Yours or Mine. You pick whichever one you want. And you're going to make a text-to-world connection with those stories, with one of them. So you can choose which one you want, draw a picture of what happened in the book, and how you can make a connection to that with what's going on in the world, and write 2 sentences about it. So our sentence starter says, in the story, so if I picked yours or mine, and then you're gonna write about something that happened in that story, and then in the real world, this reminds me of how this happened. Okay? So on Friday, you're going to send a picture of this page to your teacher, and you're going to send a picture of your reading log to your teacher. So you get credit for doing work this last week of school, and also your math packet pages as well. Again, I'm so proud of all the hard work you've done this year. Keep up the good work. Keep reading over the summer. And I hope to see you next year. Great job, ladies.